I want to bring in now Diana Felton, state toxicologist for Hawaii's Department of Health. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Diana. I appreciate your time.
Hi.
We have seen these images, and it's just horrific what continues to come out of Maui, what's left behind from this fire. We saw the smoke. We see now these burned buildings with concerns being raised about how toxic this could be. The FEMA administrator just says that is affecting how fast they can get in and do some of these searches. I want to play a bit of that for you.
It is extremely hazardous. There are structures that are partially standing that engineers have to clear first to make sure it's safe for the search and rescue teams to go into, make sure it's safe for the dogs to go into.
From a toxicity standpoint, Diana, how dangerous is the mission on the ground right now?
There are a lot of hazards currently affecting the workers and any people that may be in the area. As the FEMA administrator mentioned, the debris and the structural component is a big one. But as you mentioned, there's also a fair amount of hazardous chemicals that are particularly in the ash in the burned out areas. So we really urge caution, and we urge people to really be careful, protect themselves, and really be conscientious of all the hazards, as we really do not need any more illness or injury after this horrible event.
Should people be wearing PPE, masks, certain equipment as they're going back into their homes, as they're in some of this material that you're talking about? What is the recommendation here?
Absolutely. So people should be wearing a well-fitting N95 respirator mask that protects against ash and the toxins in the ash. People should also be wearing, like the workers here, complete full coverage of clothing, including shoes and socks. We don't often wear shoes and socks in Hawaii, but really important that people are wearing shoes and socks, full pants, long sleeves, and gloves. You just don't want the ash material coming in contact with you don't want to be exposed to that material.
Have you even been able to start thinking about mitigation efforts at this point, or right now, given how recent this firestorm was, is it just about the triage?
The situation is very fluid, but the Department of Health has been working closely with our county and federal partners and starting to work on the plans for removing as much of the hazardous material. We have a team from the EPA that will be working with our Department of Health hazardous materials staff to begin the process of removing the really obvious hazardous materials, things like propane tanks and pesticides and other materials that may have been in people's homes that are hazardous materials. So that removal process is in the works and will be starting soon. But that's just the beginning of the process to clean up the area. There's a lot of assessment work going on now. So testing of the drinking water, testing of the soil, and really working hard to try to understand the problem so we can resolve it and hopefully get people back to their homes safely as quickly as possible.
Before I let you go, do you have any sense of timeline as to when it may be safe again for people to live their lives as they normally do in Lahaina?
I think that's going to take quite some time. There are a lot of, dynamic issues that are continuing to happen, but safe return to the area and being able to return to that area to normal operations is really going to take some time. It's hard to put an exact timeline on it. Yeah. I would say months as an estimate, but it really, because of the dynamics of the situation, safety is the most important part at this point, and really know that it's very difficult for people and that people really want to get back in. They want to see their homes and businesses, and they want answers. And we really understand that, but we also really want people to be safe. Yeah. As they return, and we're working hard as the Department of Health and the county and federal agencies really working to make that possible, but it is going to take some time.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.